absolutely love that intro. What I don't like when Virgin Galactic stock is that being beaten up on the markets, but it's not only because of Virgin Galactic, it's also because of the overall market that we will talk about. So those are the topics that we will talk about. We will talk about the departure of George Whitesides, the CEO of Virgin Galactic, or ex-CEO and now ex-employee, or soon to be. Then we will talk about the space performance, we will dive into the stock chart, and finally we will talk about the next 8 weeks of Virgin Galactic. George Whitesides was definitely a person that we all liked because he was there building the company as CEO for many years. Now, I read a lot of comments and tweets, and there seems to be like a 50-50 split of opinions. On the white side, there is the opportunity that, you know, the whole management team is changing up and things are pushing forward very much, and maybe George Whitesides don't feel in that way to be fitting in. On the other side, people say, you know, this is a big loss for Virgin Galactic. I don't know what's happening really behind the scenes without a proper statement, but I'm just feeling that there's a big new wind going on there, okay? What Michael Colglazer did with the management and bringing new people, and I think it's a very good way, and Chamath said he is very exciting about the future of Virgin Galactic, and therefore let's see what's happened. I mean, in the end of the day, George Whiteside only got CEO because nobody wanted to be CEO of Virgin Galactic back then, you know, a couple of years ago, and he just grew in the company, and maybe he just outgrow the startup phase. And I think that George Whiteside was a very good individual and executive, but you know, things are changing, right? See how many changes happened to Tesla since many years. So we having trust in Michael Colglazer doing here the right decisions to let George Whitesides go, and let's dive what's happening with the stock of Virgin Galactic. Let's talk about GSX. Yes, you know what I really love about the team about GSX? There's always news coming up, okay? So recently, the CEO of Apollo Fintech, who's the creator of GSX, recently went to Africa to explore new opportunities for mining, to acquire or to partner with, which is amazing. I mean, this is the whole idea about GSX, right? The mix between stablecoin and growth coin, while assuring the stability, which is having mines as asset back the value of the coin, and on the other side, the growth opportunity to add mines and assets to grow the value of the coin over the next couple of years. Now, a great vision is always supported by great makers, and it is that Steve is one of them. But let us talk about GSX in the case that you don't know what they have else to offer and why you should now consider to get your hands on GSX. The rise of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology showed us that this is the future. And not only that, but GSX offers you dividends. They offered you stacking options that you can leave your GSX also with Apollo Fintech, which is one of a company that opens, you know, project with governments about blockchain, and this GSX is the greatest mindchild of them that creates all of this crazy adventures around the world to get the best assets in mining to grow over time. And actually, the price of one GSX is currently at about 10 cents, and their plan is to grow it to $1 over the next couple of years. But there is something more to that even. Blockchain is the backbone of this technology, and we know that blockchain is the future. But who else than me could say it better than the CEO of Apollo Fintech and the maker of GSX himself? Have a look.
The only blockchain technologies that actually allows mass adoption on a global scale, even in those remote areas.
There's one more thing. Take your money, take your credit card, follow the link below, And you will see that you will get even a bonus to buy GSX before the pre-sale will end this March. So last chance to get your hands on GSX. So let's have a look into the stock, because I want to show you something that might let you feel a little bit better. I know those times are not easy. I mean, the spaceship is not flying. The market is, correcting, and the space is losing a lot of value. But let me show you something. In the February of 2020, where the market was absolutely crazy, I mean, all-time highs and nothing could beat the market, and then the health crisis came, right? And the stock of Virgin Galactic Hey Siri, stop. As you can see, Siri is always listening, so make sure to watch what you're saying. Anyway, so you can see here that the stock went from 37, which was the very first all-time high ever, almost 70%, 65% down with the whole health crisis, okay? Then we had, the new CEO, we had the cabin reveal event, and everybody was looking forward to that. And what happened? The stock fell from about 25 back to, a new reality, 33% lower, right? Then we had another one. This was December, the test flight, brought the stock up to 33.80, and then it fall down almost 30%. And now we had the last all-time high in the beginning of February, and then we lost since then about 41%. So always, we went to new highs, onto new highlights, and then we went down. All right, and I'm pretty sure, guys, that we will in the near future see new all-time highs again. All right, that's just how the stock market works. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I want to show you something from the year 2019. So here you can see that the Tesla stock went from about 62 in the summer of 2019, which was May, June, 30, 40, 50%. Do you know how it feels like to have a lot of money into one high conviction stock and the stock just keeps on going down? I know the feeling, okay? I put a lot of money into Tesla before, and it just went down and down over months and months of period. So what happened actually to space is a piece of cake, and I want to give you this mentality because we are just so close to new developments, new milestones, and just don't get too much beat up and use these opportunities, because we had them 3 times already, and every single time there was the bad things about space and the delays and everything. And at the end of the day, the most of the comments were always I should have bought more. And if you put this mentality on and don't get scared out of stocks, then you can be very successful. Let's have a look into our favorite stock on every single Friday. And as you can see, I get it, guys. The overall situation on the stock market is not nice, and specifically momentum stocks or story stocks like Virgin Galactic, plus the bad news of a delayed test flight, obviously let the stock go absolutely south. Okay, we are now almost 40% lower since the highs back in mid of February. I just look back to that just to show you how much potential this stock has. Obviously, I'm still very convinced and high convicted. That's why I'm buying on the way down, because we saw that I tweeted that not long time ago. We lost this kind of amount. We lost 60% back in March from the highs. We lost about 37% in the summer. Here's the drop of the 60% back in February last year. and we still got always new all-time highs, and I'm very convinced that in just a couple of months we will have that again. So patience is the number one brainchild here that you should install in your mind. And yeah, other than that, you can see here the trend, if we are just putting it here, is definitely sharp down. So it's now the question if we can exit that, or we are going to test the 200 moving average, okay, which would be here the 24 for dollars, which could be happening if we are staying in the chart. Maybe this would be somewhere in mid of March, or the other option is here that we go back. But as you can see here, first we cross here the Bollinger Band and the resistance at 50. Then we crossed the resistance here at what is it, 43. Then we broke through the 50 moving average, which is a very strong and very important resistance here at around 37.92. And now, as of Wednesday, when the market went down again and space with it 5%, you can see we broke also through the 34 resistance, and which gave us another downturn, and then we stopped here at the bottom of the trend line. So you can see here the movement of the stock is following the general market, but it's somehow tackling around those technical factors. So you can see always where the stock can go. In terms of RSI, you can see here we are on a very, let's say, almost, we are definitely oversold. So overbought would be nice. Oversold. RSI level of 37. Let me see, when was the last time we had 37? Here we had 40, and back in April, in beginning of January, and you saw what happened after that, obviously with good news and the overall situation. Here we had levels of 37 approximately, you can see here. So this is, and here we also dropped below the 200 as well as the 50 moving average. So, if this is somehow of an indicator, then maybe we found some ground there. I would love to see that, because I love obviously when the stock goes up, but take the chance, guys. In a couple of months, we will look back into that and say, wow, this was another chance to load up the stock. So it will be very important. As of this recording, I don't know what's happening with the speech of Jerome Powell, but this will be definitely a very important factor. So let's dive further into this Virgin Galactic Friday's episode. So the 8 next weeks are very crucial, because I talked about in the first category, as you know, about new all-time highs. So, and the next 8 weeks approximately will be very important. There will be a lot of catalysts around that time as well, as you know from this video. If not, check out this video. So we have the reveal of the new spaceship. We have the ARC-X fund that will launch by Katie Wood. We will have developments during that time, and maybe we will have news in just 2 weeks before the test flight, then when the windows open. All of this will push and give us a little bit support for the stock, but I'm pretty sure once we reach that close date for the next space flight, which will be in about 8 weeks, we will be treated with maybe close to new all-time highs. This is how it works, right? If a company make milestones, and for Virgin Galactic it's the space flights and the new developments for the test flights, well, then you obviously will gain a little bit of, traction for the stock price. So I'm not too much concerned about that. What is more important is to really be patient about what's going on the market. It's very hard to really be patient on the stock market, specifically through that times. And I know, and I can imagine how people can be disappointed. Like people were disappointed about Tesla, right? But I think I put every knowledge that I had in my X10 masterclass. So if you are interested in a video course that teaches you exactly what happened to Tesla and how I apply this to Virgin Galactic, and I will drop in the next few days the full more than 50 videos pure never released about Virgin Galactic only into the masterclass, x10masterclass.com. There is also a lifetime access to our Discord chat where we talk 24 hours about Virgin Galactic and other stocks. And I think there's a tremendous value. And not only that, once I drop in the next days the case study, the price will increase. So you are having now just a couple of days the chance to go in for cheap with so much value. So check it out. All of those many people that joined already have already all the access to the new case study of Virgin Galactic on the X10 Masterclass. So check it out, and I thank you for being an astronaut with me together. We will go through that, and the grass is greener on the other side.